All right, everyone, let's get this show on the road. Welcome to our second annual Spring Signing Day event for Nicholls State University. This has become our State of the Union, so we can tell our story and remind you of just what the last year has encapsulated at this campus. We'll hear from a number of coaches today, and they'll get a chance to highlight their upcoming class, who they're bringing to Nicholls, and why they are investing in this program. This is going to be a landmark year for Nicholls athletics and for this university as a whole. On September 23rd, 2018, we will celebrate our 70th year as an institution. And this journey, it's never as easy as people want to believe it can be. From 1948 to 1973, we had to establish ourselves, find credibility, and make people understand that this was going to work. This is a real institution of higher learning. We get a football program in 1973, and 20 years later, we make the move from the Division II ranks to Division I. In the last 26 years, every single season has brought more accomplishments and new goals. But this last year was a transformational year for Nicholls athletics. And it started on a Thursday night in August when Nicholls football came up with a 37-35 win over McNeese and set the stage for an unbelievable year. And what I love the most about that night is every single person in attendance today, they were inside Guidry Stadium. And that type of atmosphere is what we have always dreamt of having. This contagious enthusiasm that crosses boundaries of baseball and softball and football and basketball and touches every athlete and student and alumni that calls Nicholls home. We'll get a chance to hear from all of our coaches today, but let's just remind ourselves of how much fun this last year has been. And it's been on the field and off the field. It's been with our facilities and having new field turf inside Manning Field. It's having a new video board that really enhances the fan experience. It touches Stouffer Gymnasium when volleyball and basketball players can call a beautiful new court their home and look up at a video board that shows their success in a new way and a new light. Softball and baseball are investing in themselves, and what Seth Thibodeau has been able to do to have about a 5,000 stage and phase plan for Didier Field that really enhances the fan experience and brings so much more to each Colonel baseball game. To show up and watch Angel Santiago and this Colonel softball team go 50-6 at home in the last 3 years, to go 105-50 in their last 3 years, and to have a new field turf, to have new dugouts, to have a new outfield area that just screams home field advantage, that you cannot come to this park and get wins. A new resurfacing for Greg Harkins and his tennis program, and an investment in our athletic department as a whole. It's not just the wins, it's how you win and how you find success that matters. Let's get this show started. We've got a couple coaches we'll get to introduce you to for the first time today. We'll hear from Jay Van Vark. We hired him 2 months ago to take over the Colonel volleyball program, and we'll also get a chance to hear from Austin Clonch, our 12th coach in men's basketball history. Greg Harkins is in his second season as coach of the Colonel women's and men's tennis programs. Coach, stage is yours.
Hello, everybody. Good to see everyone. Before we get started, I want to do a couple acknowledgments. As always, we really need to thank the people behind the scenes, our administrative staff. A lot of times these people don't get recognized, but the Darrells, the Andrews, the Dr. Lories, we can't do our jobs without all the work that they do behind the scenes. So I really appreciate everything that they do. Their tireless efforts and hours help make us better coaches and players and keep us all together. So thank you very much to all those people out there. In addition, as always, our community, I think it's one of the best in the country. You know, our people in Thibodaux, they love us. Our Nicholls people love us. It's just great to be a Colonel, and I'm proud to be part of it, and I just want everybody to know that. And finally, I want to thank Matt and Dr. Clune for their tireless efforts, the things they're doing, as Brian just said, you know, to grow the programs, the enhancements, building out the facilities. It really is awesome to see it happening, and I'm glad to be part of it too, so we really appreciate that as well. And then just to finish off real quick, once again, congratulations to Coach Clune and also to Coach Van Ark coming on board. They've been around a lot, they're bringing a lot more experience, and we really appreciate the things that they're going to do in the future. They're already hustling, making it work. One last thanks and congrats as well Women's basketball, congratulations on an epic, historic season. You know, the things that they did are just, they really are a true testament to dedication, passion, and hard work, and they set the bar for the rest of us. So we appreciate that, along with football and all the other coaches as well. Thanks for everything that all the coaches, the support staff, and everybody does. I know I'm kind of going on, but I couldn't do my job, and us as coaches can't do our job without all the other good things that are going on. So I appreciate that. So starting out today, on our side, what we're going to have is we're going to start with the women. We've got 4 new recruits on the men's and women's side. To start out, we've got Daphne Haverkamp. She's from the Dutch Netherlands. Daphne comes in with some great size. She's 5'9". She's got a huge forehand. She's really going to help us with some added depth in singles and doubles. Daphne cracked top 100 in the Dutch rankings, coming in at 95. That's really respectable. In my 10 years at this level, someone with her credentials and background is really going to make an impact in the conference, and she's going to be a strong contributor. You know, on top of that, she's a fun kid, really loves what she's doing. She's a great, not only is she a great athlete, but she's also a good person, comes from a great background. Academically, she excels as well. She's ready to go. She's inspired. She's pumped up. She can't wait to get here. And, you know, from the time that we started the recruiting process, sometimes things just click. And with Daphne, it was kind of one of those things. There was a lot of other schools that were interested, you know, but in the end, she saw where the future's going with us, and she couldn't wait to be part of us. So we're really excited to have Daphne on board and looking forward to her hitting the ground in the fall. Our second female recruit is Antonia Roessli. Antonia is a really special lady. She actually signed in the early signing period back in November. And I'll tell you right now, in my 10 years, I've only had a handful of players sign in the early signing period. There's just so much competition. There's so many opportunities. Antonia really is special. Once again, we really hit it off in the recruiting process. She comes from a unique background. Her father played professional hockey, and so he understands the progression and the roadmap and what it means to be an athlete. But she's been great on all fronts. Antonia, right now, currently, plays at the highest level in the German leagues in the club teams, which is no small feat. She's playing #1 position at the club level. And then on top of that, since she signed with us last fall, she's increased her ranking in the juniors 15 points. She's top 50 in the country of Germany right now, which is unbelievable. And in the open division, she's moved up to top 250. She didn't play a lot of adult tournaments as she's kind of working on her development. But last week, she just beat the girl who's number 104 in the whole country. Bodes well for us. It's really going to add depth and strength, and we're really excited for her. She's going to make an impact as well. These two players are really good kids. Once again, they can't wait to be part of the family. So we're really excited to have them and can't wait for them to get here. Moving on to the men. Starting out, we have another German. Germany's been good to us this year, so Germany's one of our favorite countries at the moment. Bringing in, his name is Moritz Borges. Moritz is a big guy, good size. Basketball, you can't have him. He's 6'3". So he's got a massive serve, big forehand. This kid, once again, another one who excels. He's currently ranked in 85 in Germany in the 18 and under division. You know, once again, we're really peaking with these kids. We're getting them at the right time. They're continuing to develop, continuing to grow. Very excited for Moritz. Once again, going to add depth and consistency. And that's where we are. We're building for the future. We're so excited. He's going to be a force of nature on the court, and really can't wait to see what he brings as well. Moving into our fourth recruit. Okay, Arthur Toledo, a South American fella. Arthur, for those of you who don't know, he has a UTR. He's peaked at what they call 12.4. UTR is what they call a universal tennis rating, and it's basically a combined rating system that can cover across the globe. With a 12.4, that would put Arthur in the top third of the Southland Conference. So very excited. He's a grinder. He reminds me of a former professional player, David Ferrer, who just had a big Davis Cup win, for those of you who are following Davis Cup these days. But he's physical, mentally, he's tough as nails, but coming in with those kind of credentials, those are the types of things that we're adding to the program, the growth. And just to wrap it up, these players right here, we're planting the seeds for the future. We're watering the grass. And what we're predicting now is strong growth for next spring and the future ahead. and these kinds of kids coming in and committing to us is a testament of where we're going in the future, and we really are excited for what's ahead. That's it. Thank you.